Aloha! This is Sky, the soulful progressive with FNN-Feminist News, here at the state capitol to sadly say that there's no other women here today, marching for the Women's March 2019. Now, I was going to try to get them together at noon. None of that was able to come out, so I'm out here by myself with my little sign to do my own bit as a team of one to let everyone know that I stand with the Women's March. What we want justice when we want it now. What we want is peace. We deserve it now. Women deserve equality. Women deserve it now. Women deserve equality. Women deserve it now. Women deserve equality. Women deserve it now. Be strong. Be proud. Be proud. Whoop, whoop. Women want equality. We want it now. Women want fair pay. We want it now. Women want equality. We want it now. We want justice. We want Kavanaugh gone. We want it now. We want justice. We want it now. We want equality. We want it now. All right. Equality lives on with the power of one. Woo! And a lot of great women did a lot of great talking during the Women's March on Saturday. And I want you to hear some of what they had to say. First, let's take a listen to Nina Turner.
I bring you word from Sister Ella Baker, who said, "We who believe in freedom must never rest." It's one thing to protest, and we need protest to remind the people with special titles that the everyday people of this country will not have our voices suppressed or depressed. We stand up. We bring the protest, not just to the White House or the halls of Congress. The State of the Union matters, but the state of the streets matter more. Almost 1 million of our sisters and brothers who are not receiving their paycheck because somebody decided to have a temper tantrum. The state of the streets says that folks with fancy titles ought to understand that folks need to eat every day, pay their mortgage every day, get their medicine every day, and live every day. Sisters, to you most importantly, we need more of the feminine spirit in this thing. And everybody that looks like us might not roll like us, but we need more of the feminine spirit. And the feminine spirit stands up for humanity in a badass way. Can I get an amen? Sisters, we're not going to play around with this. Things are hard. Folks are suffering. But I believe in a transcendence that is greater than any one man. I believe in a transcendence that's bigger than any one moment. And if you don't believe me, I want you to think about the history of revolution in this country. And this is what this is about, revolution, baby. When fierce women move, the whole world shakes. Because our mission is so high, we can't get over it. And our mission is so low, we can't get under it. And our mission is so wide, we cannot get around it. The power of one. From the black church tradition, I bring you word from Sister Harriet Tubman. And I want you to wrap your mind around this, because this is deep. And I want my sisters out there, no matter what you identify culturally or ethnically or sexually, I want you to understand that I am an angry ass black woman. And we taking applications, baby. You can be an angry black woman too. Because if you are not mad as hell about a system that suffocates the life out of everyday people, if you are not mad as hell that it is rigged socially, politically, economically, if you are not mad as hell that some folks in this country go to sleep at night with no food, no gas, no light, no clean water, if you are not mad as hell that our teachers in LA have to strike, if you are not mad as hell about injustice, then something is wrong with you. Oh no, I am an angry black woman. In the words of Sister Harriet Tubman, who sacrificed everything that she had. She could have just been very comfortable about her own freedom, but she was convicted in her heart. And she heard the call of God to go back and not only save her relatives, but she saved some other folks' relatives. What are you going to do to save somebody else? And she went back time and time again to save folks and never lost one passenger. What are you going to do for the cause? And not only was she the ultimate conductor on the Underground Railroad, she was a spy for the Union Army in a way that only a black woman could spy for freedom, for justice. What are we going to do for the cause? And nobody is asking you in this time to lay down your life, but we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what the Women's March is all about. So I want you to take Sister Harriet Tubman's words with you, and she said these words: if you hear the dogs barking, keep going. If you see the torches in the woods, keep going. If they're shouting after you, don't ever stop, keep going. And if you want a taste of freedom, keep going. In the 21st century, Women's March.
All right. Well, let's repeat a couple of words that Nina Turner said during her speech that we just saw. And we just saw snippets of the speech because it was a 15-minute speech where she did take time out to mention the women of Flint, Toledo, and Iowa dealing with water crisis. And we have to understand that this is our ideology, the Women's March, that this is bigger than us. And to think that it's about one woman and allowing the established media to get away with what they are allowed to by attacking an Asian woman and a Muslim woman and a black woman by calling them Zionists is wrong. And you know it. Because this is their way of creating separation and discourse to try to weaken a movement that is beyond strong. And they showed it on Saturday by coming out in force in support for a cause that is more than just them. Women have more than one cause, and then all and every one of them are on the agenda. So to separate it by one man when we're all women is wrong. So I'm out here. I got my lemonade and sipping and protesting and making sure I stop and I tell people what's going on in Hawaii. So for every tourist that has came by, I made sure I asked them, what do you think about Tulsi Gabbard running? And believe me, as tourists, they don't want to get on air to say what they think. And a lot of the women, surprisingly, that are tourists have said, well, I don't get political. And you know what I say to that? I tell them, get woke. That's right. And I'm like, these are women. These are mothers. These are people that should care about their children and generations to come. And to act like they're not woke or just saying, where are we headed? But I know there's plenty of working class women and women that are doing well in Hawaii that care about the issues and know that this is bigger just than an issue over one man that doesn't take a stand for what we should be taking a stand for in Hawaii, which is women's issues. Hello? That's right. That's why I keep flashing this at you, because I wanted to hit you like a subliminal bite across the head. With that said, all right, you can always leave comments below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Hawaii's only protest in Honolulu. Because believe me, there were protests in Big Island. In Hilo, of all places, a real working class place that understands the struggle and dealt with the volcano. So they know those women over there. They are really woke. But we need to work it out here in Honolulu. So if you want to leave comments below, please do. Or contact me at FeministNewsN@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Feminist News Network, and the Facebook page. And remember, I'm also on Patreon, and I can take a donation and send you a PayPal link if you email me, so we can get to DC and get more of the issues that women and Kama'aina women of Hawaii want to deal with. Because believe me, sister, we're all in that same boat. That's why we're trying to create a way. Get it moving. That's right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Peace.